that'll be a sore one for you today. What was your thoughts on the game?
No, listen, it is, of course it is. It's a really sore one. We had the opportunity today to go and really, get yourself cemented in the playoffs, and we've not taken it. But credit Peterhead, they go a goal down and they keep going. And I'm really disappointed with the goals that we lose, because once we get ahead, I felt as if the last 15 minutes of the first half we were decent. We looked a real threat, and we start second half really well. I think Stephen Buchanan plays a great ball in behind for Adamson. Louis Stewart gets along the byline. We start the second half really well. So the frustration for me is that we've gone and lost 2 goals in quick succession again, which listen, it happens in football, I get that, but I think we've got to be a wee bit stronger in those situations, and I'm disappointed with the goals that we've lost. Again, need to watch them back properly, but initially they look as if they're quite soft goals to give away. We then try and change the shape a little bit and try and have a go at it, and I've actually felt we probably deserved a draw in the end. We had a couple of real goal-mouth stramashes and scrambles, they clear one off the line, and you're thinking at that point, could you go and get the equaliser and then maybe go and have another go at it? But no, listen, you got to credit Peterhead, because like I say, they're 1-0 down, they have to win the game, and they do that. They come back and do it. Shank's a really good striker, he's shown it all season, and he's got a double and he's won them the game. So credit to them, but we've got to regroup and look at ourselves and say, right, we've got 5 games to go, we're sitting in a really strong position. It's that group of players that have got us into that position, and it's that group of players that will keep us in that position. That's the most important message from me, is that with 5 games to go, if you'd said at the start of the season, listen, this is the position you're going to be in terms of being 5 points clear in the race for the playoffs, then you would say, right, okay, let's go. And it's important that that's exactly the attitude that we've got for next week, because it's a tough game going up to Cove, but at the same time, obviously they'll be looking to get their victory for other reasons at the bottom of the table, but we need to go up there with the full belief that we can get the 3 points and get back on track.
I know you're not happy with the goals that you lost, but the goal that you scored, brilliant from McDonald.
It's a brilliant goal, yeah, it's a really good goal for LD again. It's a fantastic finish, and listen, we know that he's got that in his locker. He's done it so many times, and it's a really good finish. Actually, he does really well at the end as well, when he cuts back to Ranks and he gets it cleared off the line. It's a good effort from Ranks, he hits the target. But listen, overall, if you're going to concede cheap goals, then you're not going to win games of football, and that's ultimately what's cost us today. So it's frustrating, but at the same time, there's 5 games to go for us to go and finish the season on a really positive note, and that's all we'll be thinking about is next week up at Cove. Sorry.
I think that's 2 weeks in a row Charlie's had to come off. Is he still struggling with his knock from before? Or?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. So obviously we'll need to wait and see how it settles down. He actually trained both nights this week, which we were pretty surprised at, so we'll need to see how it settles down. Again, it is more precautionary in the sense that we don't want him out for a long time, so it was an opportunity for us to go and try and get 2 up front. We were chasing the game at that point, so we kind of just go for it to try and get back in the game. But listen, hopefully it's nothing too serious, and we'll just need to assess it as it goes.